Chad, you ruined it. You ruined it. How did I Chad, I've been on this for 3 weeks. I told you. Chad, no. You told me you'd hate more. We know who would give them away. Yeah, tell we'll playing it after this scene. You had 3 weeks to consider yourself.
I'm so sorry, Chloe.
Emotional damage.
I'm so sorry, Chloe.
At least she's saying sorry. At least someone's saying sorry to them. Someone other than me and my friends. Get the fuck away from me.
Stay down.
I kept calling them out. This quest was heart-wrenching when I played it. I raged so hard at these people. I don't even want to see what the inside of the town looks like. I barely even stepped into the fucking gate. This is outside. I saw one egregious act of just using them like fucking game. Like they were, like those fucking like, you know, pull. Here's a frisbee disc. Or here's a duck I just let go. Pull, here's a duck. Go shoot it. That was the one over there. This one, she was given the bears that her dad was like they're not useless to me now. Here's a new pet, my child. An actual pet. It's a human, but it's a pet. Okay, thanks. Hi, your name's Chloe now. Aw, thank you for letting me pet your hair. I only made you do a little bit of magic. At least she said sorry. Something. I might have made her think about it a little bit more than nothing.
Excellent. Another fight. Not much chance I'd make it to the penitent's gate without someone recognizing me as a deserter. So that goes to handle that. It's over.
She kept her. Yeah, that's right. She kept her in a pen. Or people were like, tie up her plaything. This game hurts so much sometimes. You're just gonna get more and more into the game and more attached to people. Waha, wacky woohoo combos, icons, wow. Gotta love the Game of Thrones. Just because he's also... No, the wolves aggro to me, so like, let me just take out some frustration on them for a second. Another excellent fight. I agree, Clive. Okay, time to buckle down. Double pinky promise then. If I'm not ahead by next Monday, I shall banish myself from the Discord, never to be seen again. Stakes are on the line. Now, we shall let the chips fall where they may. No, I don't want you to leave the Discord, honey. You're what's the word I'm looking for? I'm gonna have a moment here. You're a valued member of the family, and I don't want you to feel like you have to go away. How about this instead? I get to rename you on the server, and if you have Nitro, I get to make you a custom icon for the server as well. And you have to forever be branded as that until you finally be like, oh, you're gonna play a game that I want to play, and you keep up to being ahead of me, then you can get your name back and your icon back on the Discord. How about that instead? Chad branded. No, I don't want you to leave the Discord. That would make me sadder. Having you not be able to watch the streams are sad, but having you leave the community is sadder to me. I don't want you to do that. That's more pain for me than it is for you, honestly. You're still at the beginning. Notice how Chad was not answering you about his ear problems. Hey, that's a good point. You didn't... Wait, is that what you were was that the worst thing you were mentioning, Chad? Something worse. Way worse than ear problems. I caught up to you.
People of Moore are as intolerant as Isabel says. It's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
It's my turn. Let me try.
Come on, give it back. If my dad finds out, he'll clobber me.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon.
You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
Her arm and foot are becoming cursed.
Pull that clean. You good-for-nothing sluggard.
Hey, you know, I heard that reducing the monster population is a good coping mechanism. Why not go and do some hunting? I don't know if hunts are available to me yet. I haven't gotten anything that's like, oh yeah, you can do hunts. I had a guy tell me, oh yeah, you can come to me and see what quests are available to you. And I'm like, but I already can do that on the map. I just gotta remember to actually look at it. But I used them anyway. I didn't see hunts.
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
This killing would be
Sounds
easier.
about right.
Start
I'm
over.
here from
Wipe
those
this
who
village
want
clean. Let the branded live
Go
here.
on, then.
Pretend
One of her courtesans has gone missing.
pretend
And I
like
need
they're
to
not
find out.
branded.
A soldier
Makeup?
who may
Is
have
makeup a thing in
information
this
on our
world?
whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stopped to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarreling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
Are you that little girl's father? No, wait, no, you're my accomplice. Are you the little girl's father? I'm looking for someone to end the family bloodline. Start a new generation with a clean slate. I made her feel sorry, and then you shutting your fucking mouth up for the rest of your life, i.e., it ends today, will make it all the much easier.
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. Oh,
I'm glad to see all the bigots are afraid of
Rumor
Isabel.
has it you were seen
I can see
arguing
why you
with
like her.
Some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the dame. Anything. Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
You stop being a bigoted asshole. Maybe I'll put in a fucking good word. There's something up here. Royal Meadows. That woman has power and influence. What a queen! You do not fuck with Isabel and her girls. But I'm looking for one that's missing, and I'm so sure Yoshi P has done me the service of a tragic plot line. I'm so ready for this bitch to be dead. I'm so fucking ready. I'm like mentally preparing myself for the emotional pain because I don't trust anything anymore. This game, any happy moments are just a fleeting little glance at something to relieve myself from all the suffering that's going on around the world. There hasn't even really been a happy moment now that I think about it. All that's happy is like the characters are hot and I get to distract myself with that. That's the only thing that saves me from the misery. Wait, no, I do have something. I can pet a dog. I can pet a dog to make myself feel better. I'm not thinking of stabbing you, even if you are with the dame. Huh, anything for the dame. Oops, sorry. That was a misclick. This song kind of feels like I'm in Nier Automata. There's a shiny over there, but I'll just get it later.
It smells of death here, Torbu. Wolves. We can't let them get any closer to the village. It's over. That's enough. Farewell.
I did summon the power of God to kill him. I grouped them all together and then I went bloodthirsty. Oh no.
Damn it all. Bodies. A man and a woman.
She's wearing the courtesan outfit.
Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry. So it is you, Tatienne.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to see every night. You said her name was Tatienne.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's going to find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to more for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one. In the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
Sure.
I need to tell Isabel. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
He basically kidnapped her so he could have her all for himself. And they both got killed in the process, yeah. Oh, look, a chest. I found items! Yeah, I'm playing a video game! Oh, the action sequences are so cool! The game isn't hurting my heart in any way, shape, or form. I'm becoming hardened! No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm never gonna be hardened to this shit!
If it was a mess...
You are still in one piece, I see.
Yeah,
You will be
hello.
pleased to hear that your companions have arrived.
Sick.
They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then? I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
An old weathered wooden comb gifted to Tatienne by Madame Isabelle. Several of the teeth appear to have been recently broken. She sees them like children worth protecting.
Thank you for
You know, it says
returning
something when courtesans garner more respect than bearers.
on her pyre.
Yeah. Thanks.
I should go.
Before you do, I have
Emotional damage!
a token of my thanks. The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Or to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again.
As much as it's very standard for courtesans or really anybody in the red light industry to have stories like this, it doesn't make it any easier to hear, yeah. I mean, I did hear like a criminal case involving a host and a hostess yesterday. So, it's not that I'm not used to hearing things like that. I love like true crime podcasts and shit like that. I'm that kind of woman. But like on top of like everything else, and don't worry, Curl, I'm fine. It should just be like a good bit that like the game is making me feel emotions. I don't want to be like a cold heartless bastard on stream and like not show my emotions to everyone while we experience the game together. I'm more than happy to just like, you know, be honest that the game hurts. But it's alright. I'm gonna keep on going. It's not gonna stop me. I never had any kind of piece of media make me so upset that I could not. Wait, no, I'm lying. I haven't finished Fullmetal Alchemist because of the Chimera episode. But I did pass it. I was recently watching it, and I did pass the episode. I was a younger child when I kept on trying to watch Fullmetal Alchemist, and that episode came up. I'm stronger now. It's just I keep on forgetting to go back to it. Make sure you haven't left anything undone by now. It looks pretty clean to me. It's pretty clean. It's... I don't see any greenies. No greenies. We are dunnies. I get worse. This is a Final Fantasy. We still haven't been graced by the appearance of our cunt-ass mother yet. Oh, when the cunt-ass mother comes on, instead of being upset and like feel pain for all these racism bits, I'll be like, you fucking cunt, absolute bitch. How in the world did I come out of you? How in the world do I have half of you in my goddamn genome? Because anything involving you should be scraped off the earth. Do you watch Coffee House Crime Hunt? In that chapter, I assume. I watch Rotten Mangoes, but if Coffee House Crime is on YouTube, I can definitely sit down and watch that too. There was like a genuine true crime podcast. Like I found the website like forever ago, or a friend recommended it to me, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it is anymore. It was like hours long, like just going to the criminal investigations. But that's like how Rotten Mangoes does it for me too. And I get international. I get like cases all over the world. Like my first episode from Rotten Mangoes was about like a boat that was meant to be like a cool field trip for a bunch of high schoolers for like their final year of high school. And it not going well.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door.
You the back door? Talk to the guy in the village. Well, it's too late now. Oh, by the way, Angel, I'm upgrading my GPU after buying my PC 5 months ago. Well, if you need any help with anything like that, be sure to talk to Phoenix in tech support. He'll definitely help you. He's my tech support. Why? It's so fancy here. What the fuck? The pleasure house is an Oriflamme. Well, it's nice as fuck around here. What the hell? The father's good obviously overrode the pure bitch from her. Yeah, super overrode it. Genuinely just expended anything that had my mother's involvement.
Cheer up, you two.
Joshua's still alive, and he unfortunately came from her too. What says the cat? Oh, Jesus.
Brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
With the M, what says the cat? Meow. With M, what says the cow? Moo. With E, what says the dog? Time out, Kuro! Wait, no, don't time him out. I'm doing it myself.
So then, how do we proceed?
Kuro, you fucking bitch, you're in the naughty corner. You're gonna be there. You're living in the naughty corner now. That's where your home is now.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrek.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut? And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut.
Jill is so uncomfy.
That's not important.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say
Coffee
is,
houses on YouTube. They
if the powers that be know
big
all of
ass
this, why do they sit
video
idle and
clever
allow
my
it to
education
continue?
for the
In case you
fan.
haven't noticed, the
I'm
God-fearing
definitely
people
intrigued
of
then.
this
Be sure
realm
to
and their
DM me their
leaders
names so I can remember
care
it
for
later.
one thing, themselves, and they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our
This
kind
badge of
can't
honor.
wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools, and the most dangerous.
Drake's Head in Discut update. Wait. Mother Crystal, situated on the Sea of Grace in Norver Sibik. Drake's Head towers over the holy capital of Orphanum. Its mighty form a testament to the power and permanence of the empire. However, mysterious ether floods and the specter of ever encroaching blight have led some in power to call the permanence into question. Rare. What? Can we pause for a second? I just need to take. You generally want me to pause? A nation occupying the northeastern reaches of the continent of Storm, with the great city of Orphanum as its capital, is the realm's largest theocracy and home to the Mother Crystal Drake's Head. The empire is ruled by the Holy Emperor, the one true goddess made flesh, according to the Gregorian faith, who is served unquestionably by the sworn knights of the Blessed Dragon, known more commonly as Dragoons. Thanks for chatting. Time for chatting. What do you mean? Yes, I'm raging but enjoying reliving the story again. I had a boss fight with Icarus, which was just beating his ass while falling for thousands of kills. While taking his wings and is able to use them without trying. I'm like 5 minutes from you, Chad. Chad, don't leave the server. Don't leave the community. I'm just gonna call you the most embarrassing name I can think of on the server. Give you the most silliest icon, and that'll be your punishment. Chad, you had so much time. I really was like, surely Chad's keeping up with it this time. It's like when Chad's like my
the dumb bitch has a skill issue.
Yeah, my skill issue is believing you dumb bitch! How could you break my trust, Chad? You pinky promised! You virtually pinky promised me! You broke the most sacred of vows to me! That was like a blood pact, motherfucker! Easily, apparently. Me and me dumb bitch with me skill issue. Me, I am the dumb bitch with a skill issue. You fucking bet your ass you are! Chad. You're able to hang out here and have a vibe time. I know every day isn't a best day to play the game, but I gave you 5 when we started the game, like 3 weeks ago now. I started on the last day of my game stream session. So you had 5 days to catch up to me after playing for like 6 hours. And then, 5-day buffer. And then I come back on Monday and Tuesday and I stream for pretty good amount of time on each. Then you had another 5-day buffer. And now we're here. And you say I caught up to you. Chad, you stupid bitch. I'm already committed. I bought the DLC pass like yesterday. It's good that you bought the DLC pass. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy them when we're closer to the ending. You wanna know why? Because I know I'm not near there yet. You wanna know why? Because I know I have a lot of more game to play before I get there. I should probably be told when I need to buy them, though. Also, I made a double pinky promise. It's that or banishment. I didn't tell you to banish yourself. Come on, you don't think it'd be funnier if I gave you a new name on the server and you had to keep it forever and ever and ever? Oh, I can just imagine all the icons I could give you. Chad, my big funny trusting Chad. Boom, damn, got him. For anyone who is new or hanging out, vibing, having a good time, I'm glad you are. Don't worry about the sass I give back to chat. It becomes something that happens with more comfortability of having you bully and sass me, and then I'm able to do the same back after seeing how comfortable you are with my level of it. So don't worry. If Chad ever feels like if anyone in general in the chat, in the community, feels uncomfy with my level of sass, by all means, don't hesitate to let me know. I can acclimate for you. I want to make sure all of you are happy as well as my happiness too. So with all that being said, Chad, you stinky son of a bitch, you gave me your word. I have committed the oath. There's no going back. I give much more sass to Angel than she gives me, in all honesty. I even help you with art, motherfucker. I even help you with art. And you do me this dirty. You do me this fucking dirty. Hella dirty. Stinky! Alright, freedom. I already read all these. We're star! I'm committed. Now at this point. Look at Sid. Hold on, wait. Can I play a funny video for all of you? I can, probably. I have an idea. I do have an idea. I am stinky, yes, but it's because it's hot. And like I guess it's a like person to person thing. How much sass do you think you give me as compared to I give you? I tend to be I guess I tend to still be a bit kinder about it though. What's a funny haha I can show you all? Here, let me update you all while we were gone. Not much happened over the week, honestly. For the sketchums, the model. But here, let me show you since it's open and I have nothing. I'm trying to wait. I'm being patient for our community. I had done up. Here's what happened over the weekend. Here's what happened over the weekend. I had finished this part of the pants. I had finished this part of the pants, like this crotch bit right here. I pretty much shaded everything over the weekend at another house. So another version of Clip, with OneDrive being my way of transferring the files as they update between the two computers. I need to remember, God help me, I need to remember not to immediately shut down the computer after I close Clip and save the progress I made over the weekend. This is the second time I've done this. If I close Clip and immediately shut down the computer while I'm at the other house over the weekend, it'll not save the progress I made on OneDrive, and I'll have to redo it when I'm over here. Or in any case, ask Phoenix to turn the computer back on so that I can get the save to come over. But since I had to redo the pants anyway, I was like, let me just skip all that shit. I'm just gonna redo them anyway. So, over the weekend, I realized the pants are really riding low. They were like low. They were like right around here-ish. That's where they actually like the button was. Like it was right around here. And like it just made me look like I had a Hank Hill ass, like no ass, absolutely at all. So I made them go up higher so like they could actually be around my waist a bit better. And I'm gonna redo all the details I did before because I didn't like them before. I redid like the bottom, like the folded up bottom, so it's not as rounded and like looks a little bit better for the straight view, like the straightforward view I'm going for. And I even got something cool over the weekend. How do I open up? Shit. Well, I was gonna say I have a denim brush now to give me the details of denim pants, so that's gonna be interesting if I decide to go in that direction. The star's back. I was able to distract people for like as long as I possibly could. I did my best. Was it a good job? But next Monday shall be different. I'll be there. Carl might actually kill me if I'm not. Alright, but you have to remember, you have to play for at least like another. Well, honestly, the stream there's a surprise towards the end of the stream. I won't be streaming 16 for a lot longer today, but tomorrow you're gonna have like the average amount of time I spent on a stream lately. More lately by default nowadays. So you have something. You have a little bit of something. Is it just 1 hour? Is it just 2 hours? Is it maybe 3 hours? I don't know. You have something to work with. You have 5 days, Chad, to catch up and then break my pace. Be as much further in front of me as possible. If you don't, then oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, a stream ending? No, Aqua, it's not ending. Star asked very nicely if I could take a pause for 5 minutes so that she could take Doggo out, and I decided to do so because I was in a mood. It also helped me to like stop thinking about the not great things. Just don't go double denim. What do you mean double denim? Honestly, this brush is like fantastic. You could barely tell when one line stroke ends and the other begins. It was great. Relax, I got this.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
Oh, that's what you mean by double denim. No.
But what of all the people
I barely even decided if I'm gonna use them for the pants because it'd be the only thing with a texture on the entire outfit.
That'll do me.
Like, my shading is technically a texture, but everything's really smooth. It doesn't really have, like,
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs.
The way you can describe texture in art is dependent on how much folds you put in it and how you just shade it and highlight it. So, like, if I wanted to do silk, I put, like, a good bit of folds in it. I do some really dark shading on it to put, like, the silk contrast. And then really bright shading. And that would help invoke silk. I don't really think there's anything on the design particularly, besides the see-through bits, that really show an intent on texture, besides my button-up, to show, like, just basic fabric. Just, like, a basic fabric shirt or top. And then, also, like, the collar. Everything else is, like, really, like, simple. I'm worried if I do, like, the denim, detailing on the shorts, it would look off compared to everything else just being kind of smooth and really nice looking and soft. And then this is the only thing with like a particular like texture. Also, my mom checked it. Turns out it's swelling my leg. Go to the hospital. God, I'm not gonna tell you two. I have to tell 3 of you bastards to go to the hospital. Maybe not Chad. I think it's just a scratch in his ear. I think he's more worried that I'm gonna break his legs if he's not ahead of me by next week. Now you're exactly where I am. Have fun. Everyone say bye to Chad and wish him luck and threaten him that he needs to be ahead of me by next week. Okay, I know what you mean now. Oh wait, in majestic silence has Drake's head ever stood vigil over the empire of Sibalulu and its bejeweled capital. Thank you for the hydrate, Chad. You reached a pivotal moment of the story. Ooh, okay. I can't save. So I didn't want me to save. I'll save. Fine. I keep on going like it's gonna like auto like go to this end one, but it hasn't. One more time. You did it there! Okay. No, still no Buster Sword. Alright, now I'll go. Any questos? I don't see no questos. Okay. Pivotal moment. Something else is gonna make me cry. You got it. Hell yeah. You know the drill by now. Even with like the mental buffer I already have from experience, I don't think I'm ready.
And it's fortunate the city guard doesn't take sentry assignment as seriously as you do. This bodes well.
I'll be a first. This may not be such a terrible plan after all.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Only that your last secret shortcut was nowhere near as secret as you claimed.
Yeah, but that's half the fun of it. Life's too short for perfect plans. You want a plan that'll keep you on your toes, stop you growing old and complacent.
Worked for you, has it?
Clive, my boy, even life's smallest challenges offer the opportunity to grow and to change. You must embrace these moments. Allow them to suffuse your heart with a deep sense of fulfillment.
Narrowly escaping death at the hands of an enemy is not my idea of fulfillment.
Something wrong?
Not at all. Just wondering if the two of you had finished.
Right. We make for the Mother Crystal's heart as planned.
Okay.
Destroy it and the whole thing should come tumbling down.
How do we destroy the big honking
And if
thing?
the passage to the inner sanctum is guarded?
Then we embrace the moment and use it to grow and change.
So it's all about looking glass half full. The crystal's curse.
Come on, this way. Try to stay out of sight.
Obviously.
I can't crouch.
Don't worry, the passage is empty.
Items. Is there anything down here? Hey, no. I see you. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. 8,000 gil. Fuck yeah. Finally, some actual money in my pocket when you give it to me like that. You hit it with your sword, dude. Ah, yeah. That's how you definitely break such solid rock, like crystal material. You just whack it really hard with a sword. I'm Kratos, make fucking God of War. I can take off a chisel with an axe. Hello, everyone.
Of course it did.
Perfect plans, Clive. Perfect plans.
Excuse me. I want you. I don't know what the fuck happened.
That's enough.
Good job, Torgal. I am proud of you. You took out that man's jugular all for me. I love this man. I love Sid. Here, burr.
He never stood a chance.
What a big boy you are, Clive. You took out the barricade all by yourself. I can never, ever in a million years, no matter what happened, I could have laryngitis. I could literally, like, I don't know. I would never ever sound like Sid in my life. Why am I in, fucking... What's What's that 14 dungeon called? It's like one of the the second dungeon you go into in ARR, I believe. I don't think it was Tamtar. I think it was the one in Nilda.
And all good things must come to an end. We might have
Fuck,
a
you
bit more
kinda-
company from now on.
Yeah, look at it. This is just the boss room. I was like, this is the second boss. Tell me I'm wrong. There's railroads and shit. Is there like a... Okay, that's barricaded, but imagine over there is just like a big drop. Big hole. I think it might be Halatali. I think it might be. I think it is Halatali. I kind of look. You just solve every other problem with your sword. Just do it again, and that's fair. Halatali.